Hello people of the universe, here we are with another Wi-Fi battle, and in this video it is with the NU team that has been sweeping across the nation, owning almost every team in their path. It is the one, the only, Netherlands. So here we are starting the battle with McNosehair, the Pro Pass. He is going to own everything with the special defense stat. Here it goes, and this team, ladies and gentlemen, is full of the most horrible witchcraft indeed that is going to cripple this team down to their roots. And so, knowing that McNosehair will not be able to stand up against this thing, I switch into the most majestic of all Lapras, the one, the only Celestia, who will be able to take that U-turn nicely. And so, with that in mind, Celestia will be able to take any special hit anyone has to give it. But, sadly, here comes in the Relicanth, the deadly Relicanth. Yes, the Relicanth with the head smash, which Celestia did not know was a steel type move. Therefore, Celestia has been gone down, and that was the end of Celestia. But, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Amazon, the Leafeon, defending the Lapras. He is going to predict that switch, go into a free substitute, and start setting up some Source Dash to revenge kill anything in its path. Sadly, ladies and gentlemen, this Grumpig has a lot of stat reducing moves, most of which including Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray. That horrible combination is going to cripple this team down to its core. But knowing that this Leafeon is the good luck charm of this team, he will be able to Baton Pass all of that attack rise and Baton Pass into the Masquerade itself. The Masquerade will be able to increase its stats tenfold, knowing that it can take that Signal Beam like a boss. This is the Masquerade indeed. The Masquerade will be able to not to avoid the Thunder Wave, because Thunder Wave cannot be avoided sadly, and be paralyzed on the next turn. The Masquerade has not been very well lately. He hasn't really been, getting much of the job done in this team, to be completely honest. He hasn't really been thinking well. He's been pretty sick lately, and he continues to get paralyzed and hasn't got a chance to use a single Quiver Dance to Baton Pass. So, Masquerade here is just taking on hits, getting hit in his own confusion, being paralyzed with the paralysis, and he's just crippled down. He cannot do anything. And so with the opposing team switches on to Unpheasant. Knowing that he was going to switch into Unpheasant, I switch out into the McNosehair, knowing that the McNosehair can take any hit that this dastardly Unpheasant can do to it. And so the Unpheasant uses that U-turn, goes back to its team like a little chicken it is, and goes into the boss of this battle, Morpheus the Butterfree. Knowing that this Butterfree will have Quiver Dance, I just decided to stay in here, hoping that McNosehair would wake up, managing to manage to get in a Thunder Wave to cripple this thing down so that it will not outspeed most of my Pokemon, and hopefully get in a little paralysis hack sooner or later. But sadly, McNosehair has still been sleeping. He hasn't really gotten much rest in the recent days, and he's been doing a lot of work lately, so it would make sense that he's sleeping on the job. But this Butterfree, knowing that this Pro Pass will not awake, continues to raise its Quiver Dance. And finally, the Pro Pass is woken up, getting a Thunder Wave, and knowing that it has 2 Quiver Dances, plus 2 speed, the paralysis won't really slow it down. So there it goes with a Bug Buzz. This Pro Pass will take it nicely, and before it dies off, here goes with the Stealth Rock. Knowing that he can take another Bug Buzz, he goes for the Volt Switch on the following turn. This Pro Pass is very specially defensive and can take any special hit whatsoever. And so there he goes for the Volt Switch, and nonetheless getting a crit on the Volt Switch as well, getting a hefty amount of damage to the Butterfree. And so here he comes back, in comes Turtle Dove, the Torkoal, hopefully managing to at least get off a Lava Plume to take out this Butterfree. And Turtle Dove is not one of those very specially defensive Pokemon, so it takes that Bug Buzz pretty crappily, I must say. And so there he goes, the Butterfree finally goes down, the boss is over with, we can continue on with the battle. The Netherlands are looking fine, I guess, but you know, it's coming to a close battle here. And so here comes the Grumpig that has been crippling the team down to its core, as said earlier with the Thunder Wave plus the Confuse Ray combination. It's just, this team does not like paralysis, nor confusion at that matter. No team likes confusion at all, or Thunder Wave on that note. And so he decides to go for the Confuse Ray, just trying to piss the team off. The Masquerade here manages to finally get up a Quiver Dance, increasing that special attack, special defense, and speed. Though it is paralyzed, it is now at normal speed, which means that it cannot outspeed the Grumpig, for the Grumpig has a lot of speed investment on the Eevees, I must say. And so, knowing that the Grumpig won't really do much, he switches into his Unpheasant, hoping that a Brave Bird of some sort or a Facade will be able to take out this Masquerade. But Masquerade just loves paralysis, so I'm just going to switch out into the McNose hoping to take whatever it has to throw at me. And McNose uses he's the Death Fodder, and a very good Death Fodder. He does not go down in vain. He dies knowing that he just basically forced that Unpheasant to use the frustration and therefore wasting a normal gem. Thank Jesus for that. In comes Sabrina, the majestic Sabrina, the special sweeper with the Life Orb / Substitute / Calm Mind combination. And in comes the second boss of this battle, the Cinccino. The drastic, deadly, diabolical Cinccino that continued to cripple this team down to half, with the massive moveset along with the King's Rock, which we will see later on. And so with all that, I used the Focus Blast not knowing that he would have a U-turn, and it just doesn't do much damage, and the Sabrina sadly goes down to it. So knowing that this team Cinccino is going to just own this entire team, I go into the Amazon hoping that a Leaf Blade will keep it in so that 2 Leaf Blades will be able to kill it. But no, he gets a crit, ladies and gentlemen. This Amazon is indeed the good luck charm of the Netherlands. He continues to get crits. He raises that attack stat, and he's just owning everything in its path. And so then comes the Cinccino using that U-turn, and the Amazon takes it like a boss, because Amazon is just that one person with a very drastically big defense stat. Never underestimate it. Except for the situation here where he flinches because of that flipping King's Rock, which should actually be banned, but people just like to screw around with this team, I guess, because this team has only been beaten 3 times out of a possible 20-something battles. And so, with the Relicanth finally down, in comes the Cinccino. This is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. He goes for the U-turn, and I managed to take it well because it requires 3 U-turns to take this Leafeon down. Nothing can take care of Amazon. Amazon is just revenge killing everything. He's the hero. He's the one that will not make those sacrifices in vain. He will just sweep up the floors with every team that comes in its path. He goes for the Leaf Blade, and sadly it does not kill it in one hit, but it doesn't matter anyway because Leafeon has a lot of speed investment and therefore taking out the Gardevoir with the second hit. In comes the Cinccino. Knowing that I have Masquerade still in, I switch into it. Knowing that it'll most likely use a move that won't be very effective against it, and there he goes, with the U-turn, indeed. But sadly, he does not have only 1 left. I'm just kidding, he only has 1 left. But he uses the Tail Slap, it misses, and I managed to get off a Bug Buzz. But ladies and gentlemen, this Cinccino really has that special defensive investment, therefore living on the smallest of smidgens and taking a Rock Blast to the face. Sadly, the Rock Blast does not miss, therefore destroying the Masquerade down. This battle is basically over, knowing that the Cincino will go first before my Amazon gets to put up a Leaf Blade. And the Tail Slap, look how little it does with each hit! But sadly, this thing has Serene Grace plus the King's Rock, and either way, it got a critical hit. The Netherlands have failed. That is the 4th battle that they have lost, ladies and gentlemen. Sadly. But indeed, they will come back next week, owning more teams. They will. That loss, they don't care. They're gonna come back and they're gonna keep owning and owning and owning, mainly because of that Leaf Beyond, and that Probopass, and the Lapras, and the Gardevoir, and the Torkoal, and the Masquerade, the entire team, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you liked this episode. I tried my best to put as much enthusiasm as I can. But if you ended up liking it, then that's all really that matters. So I'll see you guys next week when the Netherlands will return with yet another battle. Goodbye.